It's going to be the Sacramento Kings tonight, 39, 24-1. That is no fluke. That is hard work. And that is you guys coming in here being the sharpest chat I know, bringing winners, bringing the energy. Also, Squad Ride 1, Providence, great. Fuck me. They win games, they cover games. It's fucking annoying. Mikey Over's coming on. Might have changed the odds. Maybe that'll change everything. Maybe I'll be a Providence guy. Maryland out to a fat lead. They have 75 votes already. And we're going to absolutely attack the college basketball card today. Winners only. All right, so we're Mormons tonight. We're going to be soaking with our winnings, okay? And we're 42, 24-1 in squad rides. Dwayne Wade alley-ooping it left and right every fucking day. Let's go BYU. We're soaking in the winnings. It starts tonight with Manhattan, +5. The Jaspers, they get it done at home for the squad ride. Let's end the best fucking week we've had on this goddamn show so far, all right? Why not us?
There we go.
+115. Boom. You know why? Because I trust the squad ride, and that shit prints. I still trust the squad ride, and it's still Prince Javon BTL episode 240 piece. As always, hold the fry, joined by your guys Krabs and Javon. How about that Alejandro Kirk bang last night to hit the over? How about it? How about it, Javon? Never in doubt.
Never
in doubt.
Seeing him on the basis is something.
It's incredible, my man. Incredible. Got a text from Big Dave last night, probably fourth, fifth inning. He said, man, I forgot to tail the squad rides, and now I'm sitting here sad AF, wishing I did. Next thing you know, no runs were scored the next few innings. I was about to send our guy Dave a mean-hearted text. Say, Dave, you jinxed it, my man. But we came through. W's in chat. Another squad ride win. Absolutely love it. Cashed the over last night in that Rays game. Chris Bassett, my goodness, gave up 6 runs. Only 2 of those were earned?
Yeah. I mean,
are you kidding me?
It was unfortunate for PODP with that prop. I guess you took it too.
Yeah, we were all taking it.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. I hate that category, dude. It's just like it can help you read a game, but there's just always some bullshit that goes down. I can't count the amount of times that I've seen a six runs 2 earned like that. Just always somehow happens. It's wild.
It's freaking wild, dude. It's wild. I want to show you this entry that I sent last night. Oh, nice. My KBO play didn't hit. Golly. Well, let me show you this entry last night. You talk about those earned run squares being sketch. I'm with you. They're definitely sketch. But I almost hit one last night. We're not going to talk about these other crap slips. How about this one last night with Ortiz, Cabrera, Castillo? I mean, that was the freest square of them all. Didn't give up a single run. Pitched incredible. But Bassett, Javon, he got me.
It's unfortunate.
He got me, my man. Gosh.
Hey, while we're here, shout out Luis Ortiz. I mean, was certainly was always the Pirates. I mean, that was
absolutely doubts.
That was probably the most telegraphed bet of the season so far. Easily. If we took the Rangers, what are we doing? Value on the Rangers, I bet, man. No.
I freaking bet, chat. I bet. Well, I hope you guys had a good Monday. Okay, we had a pretty decent one. Hit the squad ride. Phillies ML. That was never a play. Stupid wager. Phillies stink. They're on the ban list. I'm done with them. I'm done. All right. Let's go over the MLB head-to-head, though, Javon. I got some life.
You do?
How about it?
Mariners.
Yeah. The Mariners coming through. I should have stacked them. I should have taken them all. Castillo with an absolute gem last night. 52-piece. Hold the fry. Arenado with some of the worst at-bats I've ever seen in my entire life last night. It is what it is. We charged that to the game, I guess, but that was the core prop of the millennium last night with his total bases, and he put up some of the worst at-bats I've ever seen.
Horrendous.
And then Julio Rodriguez, a 23-piece, hold the fry. Javon, how about it? I'm on the board on a Monday.
Yeah, more than on the board.
Yeah, that might be more points than I scored all last week.
Yeah, damn near. Damn near. Definitely,
damn near it.
At least like double the performance you've gotten from any of your pitchers in the 3 weeks.
100%. 100%. I'm feeling good. Made the adjustment here, chat, and we're looking pretty up 75-28. Javon, Bradish pitches today. That's huge. Your guys, though, Turner and De La Cruz, they did their jobs.
Yeah, they did all right. De La Cruz with a casual 4 for 4. You know, you see the ball well, so can't say I'm panicking just yet. So I do think Bradish pitches pretty well today.
Yeah, I think he's going to pitch well today too with that total down. I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm with you. Still.
I don't think people understand how ridiculous this stretch is from De La Bonds. I really don't. And we take full credit, honestly. I mean, Javon, we roasted the guy last week, said let's take away his nickname, and now he's the greatest hitter in baseball.
Yeah, now he's on one of the most dominant stretches I think we've seen in baseball this year.
Unbelievable, chats. Brian De La Bonds. How about it? Arenado's hitting one today. Devin, I hope so, man. I hope so. Rumor has it Trent may have Arenado in his no home run parlay. People are talking.
Yeah, streets are saying.
People are talking, Javon. Before we move off of our guy De La Bonds here, I mean, let me show you guys what he's been doing. And this is another reason why you guys should be using props.cash. This dude is absolutely cracked. This is his last 10 total bases. I mean, he's not only been hitting these, he's been soaring. Yeah, he had a couple bad games here. Yeah, we'll give him a pass, though, because he's soared over this in his last 8 out of his last 10 games. I mean, my goodness. He's balling.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of these are he's De La Bonds, like he's had a couple home runs in there too, but most of these are just multi-hit games that he's stacking, like yesterday. He's 4 for 4. So, like, that's even the more impressive thing for a guy that, you know, when he had the nickname last year, it's just because he was going 1 for 4 with a nuke every game, and now he's just a all-around much better hitter, which is crazy. So, I mean, I'm hoping he continues this for this little core series and beyond, and Thursday, Friday.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. I bet. Chad, he went 4 for 4 yesterday, 4 singles. Unbelievable. Or was it 4 singles? I think it was. It had to be 4 total bases. Unbelievable.
4 singles, yeah, scored twice.
Yep. Guys, if you're not using props.cash, we put the promo in the chat. All right, 25% off your first month if you use promo code BOOKIT. If you're betting Prize Picks and you're not using props.cash, you're behind. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Someone said in chat we need to check De La Bonds' home runs odds today. Chat, we'll get to that. Don't you worry. We have a lot on the agenda today. Obviously, have to talk about LeBron coming up here. We're going to talk, are the Celtics dead? They've got a must-win game tonight, or else they're heading home, and we're getting 2 sweeps in the NBA Conference Finals, which stinks. We'll go over the insane game on the ice last night for a minute, talk about that game tonight on the ice, and then Dinger Tuesday. Of course, chat, we're going to dive into some Dinger Tuesday props, find some guys we think are going yah-yah, and obviously decipher Trent's no home run parlay as well. All right, chat? If we have time, we'll do some Prize Picks like we did yesterday, okay? Arenado, Payne, but we need to get some coins back for you guys on the PP board as well. And then the squad ride. As always, chat, 85, 55, and 2. We'll close up ETL with that today. But we've got plenty to go over before that, okay? Download props.cash, chat. If you're not using it, you're not going to hit as many Prize Picks. It's that simple. It's simple math. It really is. It really is, chat. Trevor Bauer dropping a vlog about getting teed off in his minor league Japanese baseball is crazy. That is crazy. What was he saying? What was he saying, Carson? I need to know. And shout out Carson Wentz. I don't know what's crazier, your name or that comment. They're both up there. They're both up there, bro. Unbelievable. Can we get some eyes on Alejandro Kirk rounding third? I think everyone needs it to start off their Tuesday. Can we get some eyes on Kirk rounding third and cashing the squad ride? Need it for the vibes, chat. Need it for the vibes. I mean, I thought the over was dead, and then we had a nuke and lucky push, and then Kirk's rounding third down the stretch, and he rounds home. Bang! Look at that little meatball running around. Come on. We need to watch that again, dude. We need to see Kirk on wheels. I mean, he could have an L-ad, but whatever. I could watch Kirk run the bases all day. That's enough amusement, more than a game. Look at his stubby little legs get going. Once he starts cooking, man, it's over. Look around that back. Holy smokes, Kirk. Don't hurt yourself around the base, buddy. Don't hurt yourself.
You'll love to see it.
My goodness. Trey Turner, Red Gobby run prop on the board again. I bet Jay Nasty.
Yeah.
I freaking bet.
Taking that.
Oh, we deserve that cash for him being the 10th run. Sure. Love it, chat. Love it. Had to show you guys our man Kirk, who we have loved since last season when he went on that crazy, offensive spell, I guess you could call it. He's still a beast, but watching that guy run just puts a smile on my face. Plain and simple.
Pretty much.
Plain and simple. And then what else from yesterday, Javon? Squad ride cash, obviously. Talked about that. Arenado did not. But we move. All right. Let's talk about the NBA a little bit, Javon. I want to talk about the NBA. I'm assuming you were tapped into that game last night?
Yeah, for a little bit.
Okay.
Towards the end, towards the second half. But
sure.
Kind of knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, absolute melt job from the Lakers. They blew it. It is what it is. LeBron ran out of gas is what it looked like. Incredible performance from him overall. You take that any day of the week from him, a 40-piece. Absolutely dominant. But that fourth quarter, he was not being aggressive. And, the Lakers took him out. It is what it is. He can't do it all himself. And that Nuggets team is unbelievable. Jokic hitting that step-back three. I don't even know how he did that. It was insane in the fourth quarter. That was absolutely bonkers. But we're not talking about Jokic and the Nuggets. We already know what they are. They are the best team left and probably the best team in the NBA. Fired on all cylinders right now. Let's talk about LeBron, though, a little bit, Javon. I had a chance to watch the postgame for about an hour afterwards last night. And, all-time terrible postgame presser from LeBron. He really didn't say much. Probably said the word more than any actual words coming out of his mouth, but he didn't want to be there. I mean, that was very clear. Why would he be? He just got swept on his home floor. I don't blame him. And he did mention some comments that I liked, like I only play for rings, right? And making the Eastern or Western Conference Finals doesn't make me happy. I like that. What I didn't like is, him being dramatic and acting like he's about to retire. Javon, if LeBron retires, I will eat my shoe. He is not retiring. He's got 2 years left on his contract. There is no doubt that he will be back next year and the year after that, and probably a couple more years because his son, Bronny James, is coming up, and we all know he wants to play with him, and he keeps getting better every year as well. I don't see any world where LeBron retires, especially this season, and I think it's all hoopla, and LeBron obviously likes the center of attention. That's very clear by how he acts on the court during the games. But it's ridiculous, dudes. Just because you lose doesn't mean you can mope around and say you're going to potentially retire. I mean, the guy can do whatever he wants. He's LeBron James, but I'm tired of the antics that are unnecessary for him to be dramatic up there and act like he's going to retire when we all know he's under contract for 2 more years and he's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, like it's not to say that I don't think anybody thinks he's going to retire, at least until Bronny gets into the league, but you got to give him some slack. He's pushing 40. He just went through an entire playoff run where he was seriously injured. That foot was definitely hampering him. You could tell throughout the whole playoffs, maybe not during like the first half of yesterday because it looked unreal, but he's pushing 40, dealing with some injuries. You ask him some questions right after you get swept in the conference finals. I mean, what's he going to say? You got to give him a little bit of slack here. Just a little bit.
I mean, he also only looked hurt when they were losing. He looked like he was healthy as an ox for those first 3 quarters when he was putting up a 30-piece.
I mean, over the course of the playoff run, I would say, even when they were winning and they looked fantastic, you could tell he was not 100% healthy.
I agree. He's not. He's not. But he goes from running around like Hercules to when, the Nuggets take the lead, and next thing you know, he can barely run up and down the court. It's absurd. It's absurd. It's like I paid to go watch drama on Broadway. I'd rather watch, a close NBA game and see LeBron not melt.
Yeah.
Didn't he say he played with a broken hand after the Warriors series? Sure. Is that true?
I don't know.
There's no way LeBron's playing with a broken hand.
Knew about
That's
the foot,
crazy.
but I don't know about the hand.
Okay. Well, LeBron's not going anywhere. Okay, guys, if he retires, I will literally eat my shit. Like, he's not – if he retires, I'll drink a 30 rack on stream, 24 hours, no doubt. I will not go off stream until I finish a 30 rack of beers. That's a promise. There's no way that he retires anytime soon. Anytime soon. Point number 2. Were you impressed by this team? And yeah, I was not impressed by LeBron's fourth quarter. Great game, insane, awesome performance overall. But when the team needed him most, he was a ghost. He was a ghost. Fourth quarter, atrocious. 2 points. Sure, that's not going to win you a game. Not going to win you a game. My point is, though, Javon, were you impressed by the Lakers after starting out so terribly this season and being able to figure it out, make some moves? They have a rookie coach to make it that far. Do you think this season's a win for them? Or, I don't want to pull a Giannis card, but was it a failure for the Lakers and LeBron? And do you think they need to add some more pieces this offseason and maybe switch out some more of these guys like D'Angelo Russell, who are about as useful as me out there?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to call it a success because, like, I'm not trying to pull like a whatever the reporter is or whoever the reporter is that talked to Giannis saying anything but a championship is a failure. But, I mean, at this stage of LeBron's career, like, I mean, they're not constructing that roster with him in it for the future necessarily. Mm-hmm. So, like, you can't really call it a success, especially when, like, I was impressed by some of the guys on the roster, 100%. Austin Reeves, I think everybody can agree, overperformed every single expectation anybody had for him this year. But the problem is you have guys like him, you have guys like Anthony Davis, even, I guess, throughout the playoff run and the regular season, D'Angelo Russell, when he was playing for them. Like, none of those guys really got going all at the same time other than, brief stints earlier in the playoffs, which is kind of the frustrating part about watching the Lakers is that it's never really everybody at once. It's you have the LeBron game like last night. You have the AD game like you had earlier in the playoffs. You have, the Reeves appearance initially off the bench where he had a really big game, but then when he was starting. So it's tough. It's tough to say that there's much success because this team like isn't built for the future. It's built for now.
Okay. And shout out to Jen for coming in with 76 heads. Appreciate that to Jen. Hope you guys had a nice morning stream there, diving through the cards. All right. Let's find some more winners today. All right, boys. Appreciate you coming in. Crab, serious question. You give out these picks for comedy, bro? Because it's not funny at this point. Dude, I don't understand it, man. Go tell somebody else if you're going to whine like that. I mean, I went 2-2 yesterday. We moved, brother. You're acting like I go 0-4 every time I lose a bet. All right, amen. Come on, let's pick up the vibes. All right, let's win some bets today. What about AD, bro? Bron did more than the entire team combined. You tripping? I mean, yeah, AD stinks, and he went ghost mode as well. I mean, what did he do yesterday?
Yeah,
Nothing.
Nothing. That's what happens. Anytime they have the huge LeBron game, the takeover, nobody else does anything. That's why they haven't been able to stack performances, I guess, enough to this point to win a championship or make a championship in the last couple
100%. 100%. And yeah, Reeves is a dog. I mean, that guy can score on his own. He can create. He can get to the rack. He can shoot threes. Where did that come from? I don't know. But maybe I just haven't been watching enough Lakers games this season. Was this kid doing this all year?
I mean, when he got the opportunity, and I'm not going to say I was like super big on Reeves being this guy like throughout his whole career, but he was a dog at Oklahoma. I hated him. Absolutely despised him. I'll never forget. Before I even came here, I went to a game here at TCU where he dropped like 40 on us and hit the game winner at the end. And after that, I was just like, yeah, this guy's about to be ridiculous. So I'm not pulling a Bron saying I knew he was going to be like this good and this ridiculous, but he's had that dog in him for a while.
Yeah. Reeves and Manic got to be the best dude and not playing the tourney.
100%, dude. 100%.
Yeah, dude. Unbelievable. They were tearing you guys up, huh? So you were hip. You were hip to Reeves. Okay.
Yeah, despised playing him twice a year.
Yeah, and you let him cook a little bit. I mean, I had no idea that kid could create on his own like that. I had no idea he had that in him. I mean, he's got great handles. He can get to the rack. He finishes. He knows how to get fouled. He plays like a vet.
Yeah.
Very impressive. So I guess that's got to be one huge plus for the Lakers going forward. They're going to have to add some more pieces. I mean, I said it this year. I've said it for years. Can we get LeBron a shooter? Can we get LeBron somebody who could just stand in the damn corner and make a freaking shot? Why is it so hard? And why do we always have to scream, get LeBron a shooter, get the Lakers a shooter? And they keep going out and getting guys like Rui, who, I mean, shout out Rui for a great playoffs. And, besides last night where he played like crap, a great Western Conference Finals. But you got to get the dude some shooters. And yes, Reeves can shoot. I guess he can be that guy. But they need another dude who just stands on the arc, does nothing, and shoots threes. They're missing that guy.
Yeah, they just need elite 3-and-Ds. That's what he's needed a lot of his career since he's like been out of Miami. Because I mean, they've had a big like couple keys of that run. Like obviously the big three, but that's a funny comment.
I hate to say it, but Larry Beeman hit the nail on the head, brother.
Yeah, sleeping mighty fine, so that clip doesn't go crazy. But yeah, he's needed 3-and-D guys his entire career, and it's like big three in Miami was huge for that, obviously, and then winning a championship. But some of the pieces around him, like a Ray Allen, like a Shane Battier, was huge. Like even a Mike Miller was huge in some of those runs. Like they need guys like that. And he hasn't really had that much.
Needs more help in his veteran years. Cannot do it all himself. He did it all himself last night. Didn't work. Needs more help. Lakers need to trade for Haslam. Yeah, put some respect on Haslam's name for retiring. What a beast.
It's kind of upset we didn't see him in game 3. I know he wants to go out on top after he dropped like 20 points in his last game, but I wanted to see Haslam minutes in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Do you think we'll see him?
No. If he didn't play in that game, he's probably going to go out on that.
He probably doesn't want to touch the floor again after that legacy performance. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which I can get.
He's been in enough Eastern Conference Finals games. You know what I mean? Or at least been on the team for him.
He used to be a dog. He used to be a dog. He wasn't always a little coach in the background just rooting for the team. He used to be a dog.
Put Haslam in the big 3.
Yeah.
Put him in the big 3 tourney. I want to see him still ball. He can still get some buckets. Sure.
I don't know if he can run anymore, man.
The mid-range was gross in 2K. Matt said motherfucker doesn't even have a jersey on the bench. Yeah, he's not playing, bro. He might as well be dressed up like a coach.
Might as well, yeah.
But hey, you need guys like that in your roster to build a winning culture. I mean, look at the team they have. Look at the culture they have. It's not rocket science. It's no coincidence.
As good as great of a coach as Erik Spoelstra is, a big part of his coaching is Udonis Haslem. Call it what it is. It's like he's a crucial part of that team, which is why I hate that he's, to be honest, taking up a roster spot these last couple of years. He's not playing, but it's so important to the team. Like, so I can't hate on it.
100%. 100%. So let's segue to your Heat. All right, we've already talked about him a little bit. Let's talk about this game tonight, Javon. All I'm hearing all week, all last night, all this morning is that the Celtics are dead, right? Celtics are dead. Celtics and Lakers, both backs against the walls. The Lakers are the team that's going to show the effort. They tried last night, and they couldn't even get it done with LeBron going, sicko mode. Tonight, Celtics, everyone's saying they already gave up last game in the second quarter, and that's what it looked like, 100% in that game. I mean, they were saying their comebacks on the floor were, we got you last year, which I think is hilariously embarrassing and maybe the worst chirp ever. That's last year, brother. How about right now when you're getting worked and down 3-0 in the series when you're the Celtics? Insane, but everyone talking about the Celtics being dead is making me want to bet them. Not going to lie to you. And are we going to get both teams swept in the conference finals? That hasn't happened since the 50s. I don't know. But the Celtics plus 1.5 and the Celtics plus a hundo on the ML is definitely looking at me funny tonight. And I'm not saying I'm betting it. I am saying that I kind of want to bet it. And I want your opinions. Since it's against your Heat tonight, do you think Jimmy Buckets and the Miami Heat sweep the Celtics and head to the championship to face off against Jokic and the Nuggets?
Yes.
Okay.
I do. And you're probably not going to hear much of anything else all day. So totally get it if you want to go back to the Celtics, but you can have fun there. It's just a situation where both of these two teams, like the Celtics, are one of the mentally weak teams, one of the mentally weakest teams, I guess, in the entire NBA. And we've seen that kind of play out here, especially in game 3. And coming off of that loss, the Heat are probably feeling great up 3-0, but their team is not going to take their foot off the gas, especially when you have a leader like Jimmy Butler, who's going to kind of drill that into you, as well as Erik Spoelstra, who's been here many, many times before. I just can't trust the Celtics, not just necessarily, the talent level that they've shown this playoffs and this series, especially with the effort levels for a team who's been very quick to kind of flip that switch and just be completely out of the game, from Jason Tatum to Jaylen Brown to pretty much every role player except Grant Williams. I'll say that. Grant Williams has been the only one that's looked like he wanted to be there. And I guess Robert Williams at times too. But a lot of them have just been out of the game. And for a team who's shown this time and time again, even going into a game down 3-0, I just can't trust them to show up. So I think this will be another Erik Spoelstra masterclass here, where maybe it'll probably be a lot closer than game 3. It won't be embarrassing, but can't see the Celtics taking one here.
Yeah, I see the Celtics coming out hot. I see the Celtics taking a lot of shots. I see them taking a lot of threes like they did last game when they look like they've never shot them before in their life. I think the Celtics come out angry, and Jason Tatum says, screw it. I'm going to put the team on my back like LeBron did last night. I'm going to try to win this game myself. I think Tatum goes bonkers tonight, whether the Celtics win or lose. I'll probably be on his points prop. I don't care if it's square. Doesn't matter to me.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I like his points prop, and maybe that's a better angle than just backing the Celtics, because either way, Tatum's probably going to have to go ape shit. And I don't think he wants to go down without putting up another 40-piece, or at least trying to. And also, another point here, these guys are on social medias. These guys are petty as heck, but they're smart and they see everything, right? They probably see more than they should, to be honest with you. But you don't think the Celtics hearing, that they don't give a hoot and they've given up and seen all these clips, and maybe they're looking themselves in a mirror saying, we kind of did give up there and that was kind of weak. You don't think they come out in game 4 and say, you know what, fuck it, we're down 3-0, we're probably going to lose. But at this point, we have nothing to lose. And to be honest with you, we have no expectations at this point, down 0-3, and just seeing the Lakers get swept as well. So we might as well go out there and fucking go bonkers and get our shots up. I think that's how it goes. Does not mean the ball goes in the hoop. Okay, let me get that straight, because if they play anything like they did last game, it's going to be ugly. But all I keep hearing is that, nah, man, they're dead, like we're seeing in chats. guys, they still have two of the best scorers in the NBA. They still have Tatum, who is a top 5 player, maybe the best player in the league when he's locked in. And I think we see that version of Jason Tatum tonight with his back against the wall. Something has to give in these playoffs. Let's avoid a sweep. And the NBA also is going to be on the Celtics side here for once, which could be huge, trying to extend the series because they're losing coin with these series ending up nice and quick. And they don't want this series to end.
Yeah. I will say, like, I certainly think you're going to get more effort level across the board. It's hard to have any less from game 3. But the way they're going to have to kind of work offensively to do that, I think that works. That's hilarious.
Is it true? Is that a joke, or is the extender actually in this game?
It just might be. But I mean, he's been in there for the last 2 series, so good luck with that. Yeah. I think that kind of works into Spoelstra's hands though, because you're just going to have Tatum and Brown, like ideally in a world here where you say, all right, nothing's worked these past couple games. You're going to have to take over. You're going to have to ask for the ball, get it in your hands, get your shots up. What do you think Spoelstra is going to do when he sees that? He's going to do exactly what Mazzulla did towards the end of the first half, game plan around whoever's getting the ball, but he's going to do that throughout the rest of the game. So like it's going to be like the Celtics coaching themselves for a little bit, which is somehow going to be worse than Joe Mazzulla game planning against Spoelstra. It's like I think the Celtics are definitely going to have their moments. I think they're going to go on probably a really big run in this game when they start to take over and play like they're supposed to play, but I think it's all going to even out in the end. Again, much closer game I'm expecting than game 3, but I think the Heat handle this one.
Okay. And this is probably more of a question to involve chat as well, because I know we have a lot of NBA sharps in chat who are tapped in, maybe some more tapped in than us besides the playoffs. But chat, we saw last night the Lakers switched up some stuff in their lineups. They started Rui, right? They benched D-Russ for Schroeder, right? Do we think the Celtics try anything different tonight? / what I'm getting to, is there anybody on Prize Picks that we can target who we think might be getting some more playtime tonight as the Celtics try to switch it up and try something new, because whatever they've been doing hasn't been working? You know what I'm saying?
Well, the Celtics did that in game 3.
Right. What'd they do?
They put Robert Williams on the bench and they started Derek White. So
okay.
That's probably what they're going to still have to do, being that I don't know what they have to plan to do with, or the Heat are able to do with Kevin Love, if he's going to play or not. But yeah, I wouldn't put any stock into any Joe Mazzulla lineup adjustments personally.
Probably right. Yeah. You're probably right. It's been an absolute masterclass from the Heat and Spoelstra. Okay. Blake Griffin, Jesus. Also, are we not going? We have to talk about it. Tristan Thompson last night. I mean,
what? Came out of nowhere.
And Josh, see if you can pull up some Tristan Thompson highlights on the back end while we kind of talk about him. He was absolutely balling.
Yeah.
Where was that? So, guys, I mean, you all know Tristan Thompson. I mean, even my girlfriend knows Tristan Thompson just through the Kardashian show. Maybe one of the only 5 NBA players she can name off the top of her head. Tristan Thompson's a legend just in, the media world. This guy was working on NBA TV a week ago. And last night, look, he gets signed the last day of the playoffs, I think, or something, last day of the regular season, and goes in last night after playing 1 minute prior in that series. And he left it all out there on the floor, man. He was throwing down hammer dunks. He was bringing the energy. He was bringing the effort. And I don't know why the commentators were acting like he's always been this type of guy, because he hasn't. But my goodness, he brought that grit. And this is why LeBron likes keeping his guys around him, right? Aaron Rodgers gets made fun of it all the time for keeping his guys close, right? LeBron knows what he's got, and he knows Tristan Thompson is at the back end of his career and might never even play again. Who knows? Put him in there. He brings the energy. He brings the nastiness, the tenacity. And at one point, it kept him in the game. It was very impressive.
Yeah,
what do you think about Tristan Thompson last night? And then he does the fucking halftime media conference because LeBron's already in the locker room with 20 seconds left. Yeah, literally, bro.
I thought I'd never see that again. It was awesome. I mean, as like a neutral fan who didn't really care about that series, like seeing Tristan Thompson just come in and be like a spark plug against, the 2-time MVP. That was hilarious, and that was awesome to see. And he probably bought himself another little quick, maybe 1-year contract somewhere. I don't know. that was possibly a career-saving game for Tristan Thompson, or at least career-extending game. So I mean, that was pretty hilarious to see.
100%. Yeah, he'll do anything not to have to get back with her.
Yeah, he spent too much time in the house, man. He's ready to start hooping more.
He'll do anything he can to get out of that show and get away from her. Straight up.
I don't know about get away from her. Maybe just that house. He's been,
okay,
if I'm not mistaken, trying to get back at that for a while.
Well, I'm pretty sure she's pregnant again, is she not? I need to get the scoop.
I don't know. I just know he tries to get at her quite a few times and then just cheats on her. So
yeah,
cycle
it's clockwork. It's clockwork.
Yeah, he's
unbelievable.
Putting them
Chad, I'll get the scoop tonight from the lady. She'll fill me in. She probably knows every detail of the last 72 months of that relationship. So I'll give you the breakdown tomorrow. Yeah. My goodness. At least he's consistent. Sure. All right, boys. Celtics ML for me. I don't know if I'm going to play it. Okay. I don't know if I have the nads to play that tonight. So stay posted. Javon thinks the Heat ended here. We'll see. We'll see. All right. How about that hockey game last night, Javon?
How about it?
Unbelievable. 1-0 L for the Panthers. We've got another game tonight, though. Stars, Knights. This line opened up around, what was it at? Stars minus 130-ish. Opened up around there. Now they're up to minus 145, I bet. Yep. You think the Stars avoid a third loss in a row here and stay alive?
Kind of thinking so. Just don't really like the Stars team. I mean, initially coming into the series, I don't disagree with this now necessarily, but I mean the Stars obviously wanted to see the Knights as opposed to the Oilers, who are a team that's much more fast and athletic, and they're going to give them real trouble. So you come in expecting a pretty physical series, which is what we've gotten so far, but the Knights have been by far kind of outclassing the Stars at their own game. So out of kind of the very obvious, yes, everyone's going to be on Stars. Everybody's going to be on every single team that has to win. They're not all going to lose, I don't think, in this situation. The Stars, probably the team here coming back home, is in the best position here, I think, to get a win. Love the line move, too. I think we get a classic little physical game, and maybe the Stars show up. Need the Stars, no pun intended, stars to come and play today. You need some Robo to actually show up today and put the puck in the net. Roope Hintz has been fantastic. They got a lot of things that need to go right, but I think it happens today.
100%. Danny's saying in chat, he's screaming from the rooftops, our Knights fan, saying Stars are very public. Yes, they are. They're getting 57% of bets, 89% of handle in the ML, and they got 2 up arrows on Bissell. So they're going to be public.
Yeah.
They're going to be public. Some big bets, though. Some big bets. Somebody in chat said, am I taking the under again? I'm so mad at myself for not taking that under last night, boys. I'm blown. I got scared off. I saw that both teams have been under machines, and I ended up staying away.
Yeah.
I'm not taking that under tonight, though. Although I would lean that way. I would. Yeah. But we saw the over streak end in this series already. Okay. Robertson, under 3.5 shots, hasn't gone over this month, I bet.
Mm-hmm.
I bet. Run back Phillies. Nope, they're banned. Okay. But yeah, give me the Stars on the ML. They take care of business today. All right? Butler got fined for not talking to the media. Who gives a hoot?
He cursed.
All right, chat.
He intentionally curses every single time he talks to the media just to get fined. That's hilarious.
Oh, I love me some Jimmy Butler. Saw a clip the other day of him talking about how he sold coffee in the bubble 2 years ago. You guys probably remember that. Jimmy Butler got his bread up in the bubble. I mean, he was charging $20, he said, for a cup of coffee, and he was smart. He said he knew that these guys were getting paid in cash for being there. I guess they got additional stipends for going to the bubble or something, and they got paid in cash, not their salary for the games, but whatever. They're getting paid more to be there, probably because it sucked. Okay. They all had this cash in their pockets, and they couldn't leave the facility. They couldn't spend it. So Jimmy Butler was like, I got to find a way to get some of these boys bread because they're NBA players, right? It's not like they're, penny pinching. They're trying to save that coin. So he decided to sell some coffee, $20 a cup, and then everyone ran out of $20 bills, and he noticed it. So he kept selling them. He got more coffee, and he was selling these freaking cups of coffee, Javon, for $100 bills. And he would just say, yeah, I don't have any change, and he'd walk away. He literally said that word for word on an interview. Unbelievable. Dude doesn't give a hoot what people think about him. I love it. I absolutely love it. If I was someone else listening to that who bought a $100 cup of coffee from him, I'd be like, shit, man, that's kind of messed up.
Yeah, knows what he's doing.
He's a dog. He doesn't care who he's taking advantage of, whether it's on the court in a mismatch or whether it's in the bubble and against his coworkers stealing their $100 bills.
Yeah, why not?
Unbelievable. All right, chat. You guys know what day it is today. It's been long enough. All right. It's Dinger Tuesday. Okay. Congratulations to those who celebrate and to others like Trent who like to get cute and send no home run parlays. I wish you the best of luck. Okay. Before we dive in, we might as well pull it up. Joshy, you got Trent's no home run parlay handy? Sure. Yeah, I bet. Dinger Tuesday. Let's go for 4 straight Trent's going for. My goodness. Don't let him get hot.
Yeah.
He might be onto something here, chat.
He just might be.
He might be onto something. He's got Arenado, who, looked terrible last night, but he's been on fire besides that. He's got like 6 home runs in his last 2 weeks. Insane. That's a crazy pick. Eugenio Suarez, who's also been red hot the past week or so. My goodness, that dude's been raking baseballs. I almost picked him in the head-to-head, by the way, but didn't. Joey Gallo. Okay, that's a spite pick. We don't have to go into that. Brandon Lau, your guy, Javon, and then Jake Berg. I don't know where he got that or why he wanted to take it, but maybe he just picked the best hitter on the White Sox and faded him. Javon, where do you think Trent ends up after this home run parlay? Is he homeless or is he rich?
I hope he's not nuking it, so I hope he's not homeless. But, you can already add Nolan Arenado to our dinger card. Not because of this, but he's after yesterday and looking absolutely abysmal. It tells the story. The story tells itself of him selling this no home run lay. So I feel like you got to do it. But otherwise, I don't have too much of a problem.
You guys got to give it a rest, man. This is not a pronunciation stream. Give it a rest. All right, Eugenio Suarez. It's close enough. Can we just go with it and be happy and go about our day, chat?
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. Yeah, I'm with you. We're going to have to take Arenado today. Let's pivot. Let's go to that game and check out his odds and the rest of the Cardinals' odds. Let's see where they're at. Here. Arenado plus 400. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm taking that, especially when the other Nolan is the one who's super corp today, Nolan Gorman, which couldn't really tell you why it's so popular, especially going against Graham Ashcraft, but I don't know. He's been swinging a hot bat, absolutely. I guess if you count yesterday, hotter than Arenado, but for a streak of 2 weeks, not even close. And he's going up against Ashcraft, who has severe reverse splits. So I don't know why people want a lefty in that situation necessarily. So I'd rather stick with Arenado. Yeah, he's good against the cutter. It's 100% true, but he's what? I can pull up the exact numbers here. Graham Ashcraft against either sides of the plate. It's one of the more drastic ones in the league. It's like I couldn't be bothered to take a righty or couldn't be bothered to take a lefty there. Yeah, the righties are hitting lefties 198, righties 304, and generally the same amount of at-bats. So I'm good going with the non-corp, surprisingly, Arenado.
Okay. What's our guy Lars Nootbaar at? Somebody in chat was asking.
Plus 550 right up there.
There he is. Maybe Lars takes one deep.
Could be.
Sure. You like Arenado the best in this game, though?
Yeah, if I'm taking anybody on the cards, I want to take a righty. So go with Arenado after he sold everyone, myself included, yesterday.
Sold everyone, the whole freaking world.
Yep.
Okay. All right, we'll start with Arenado, Javon. Anybody else you got up your sleeves?
Yeah, can go with another. I don't know if he's going to be corp today, but corp name at least. I like Bryce Harper up against Ryan Nelson, which the Phillies also sold everybody a lot yesterday. That price is actually surprisingly getting really, really low. I didn't know it kept moving down.
280. Give me a break, dude.
Yeah,
he doesn't even have his pop this year yet.
No, very rarely do you see, because I was looking on FanDuel for the prices just to see where they put them, because they're genuinely on Dinger Tuesday de-juice everybody to get terrible prices. Pretty sure they're still hanging him at a significantly higher price, which I guess everybody in that game is a little higher. I guess it's 300, so not too big anymore. But very rarely do you see a lower price here on DK, which is surprising. But you get a guy with pretty, I don't want to say terrible, but Ryan Nelson really struggles against lefties, especially in the slugging department. So when I look at this game immediately, I want to target one of the guys like a Bryce Harper or like a Kyle Schwarber. And then I look at the pitch arsenal, and Bryce Harper is kind of the guy that I identify as being maybe the better target there, at least the one that I want. So I do like Bryce Harper when I expect the Phillies to bounce back and score some runs. Same situation as Arenado, except on a team level. They sold a lot of people yesterday. Do you think they bounce back with some runs in a pretty good matchup here? So I'm taking Bryce.
Okay. All right. Yeah, he's only got 2 home runs this year in 64 at-bats. The pop has not been there. I noticed his slugging percentage was down the other day. Maybe he gets right and barrels up, in a good matchup. And Ashcraft, Turk.
Could be, yeah.
Or not Ashcraft, I guess. Nelson.
Ashcraft, right? Ryan Nelson. But yeah.
I mean, Ryan Nelson is a Turk tosser. Yeah, he's a Turk tosser.
Yeah. And I mean, I was looking at one of those guys. As far as like the lefties, I narrowed it down between like the 2 corporate ones, between Harper and Schwarber. I liked Harper. And then the couple guys like a Stott, like a Brandon Marsh. I was looking at some of those guys too. I don't know if any of those tickle your fancy, but maybe you don't have to put that in the direct plays, but I wouldn't be shocked to see one of them take one deep either.
I'm down to go with Harper here at those weirdly short odds with the limited amount of power he's had. I like that. I think that's very telling. Odds makers showing their hands there a little bit. I was looking back at Ryan Nelson's history, trying to see if he's a home run guy or not. It's pretty average. Didn't give up any nukes in his last start, though. Had a pretty darn good start in his last outing, but it was against the Athletics, so it doesn't count.
Yeah.
1 hit, 5.1 innings, sure. Doesn't count.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, he's more of a home run pitcher than if you look at if you box score watch this year, like a lot of people do. Then you'll see, especially when you look at his last couple starts against the A's, against the Giants, against the Nationals, who all do not really hit home runs. It's a little asterisk there. And yes, the head-to-head category, that's an interesting one. We can bring that up when we're talking about the game.
Okay. We will. Harper's hitting 108 against lefties, kind of like Schwarber to stay hot. I mean, he hit a rocket last night.
It's a good thing Ryan Nelson is not a lefty then.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Confirmed a righty. Just check the Carfax, and he's a righty. Okay. Awesome. What else, Javon? Take us to your next guy.
Yeah, I mean, I have to go to the Marlins. I have to go somewhere here, and I want to talk it through with you here because I can tell you what I think. Probably one of the more corp ones on the board is Soler. I'm certainly not fading it. Just might have to take it. Maybe if it has to be in silence or whatever. But he's ridiculous odds. Like, it's not really worth it price wise. He's like plus 200. He's like hits, runs at RBI like minus 150 to go over 2.5. So if he had something that was like actually worth taking, I'll probably take it because he has a fantastic matchup. But a lot of the guys do for the Marlins too. I wouldn't be mad at running back a little De La Bonds here.
After a 4-for-4 day?
Yeah. 4 singles though.
Yeah, 4 singles. I don't know if I want to back him after a 4-for-4. Dude just went to Wendy's last night. We want to go to Wendy's again.
Fair. I do think you got to take one of these righties though. I mean, Gomber is pretty terrible. So if you take anybody with really good splits, he's been god awful at home, and he's allowed insane launch angle when he's been at home as well. A lot of these guys that are pretty good against lefties, whether it's him, Garrett Cooper's odds are awfully short, but they kind of seem like that almost every game. I don't know. There's a couple of guys that you could go with here.
Soler plus 205 here is hilarious. I mean, look at the rest of the odds.
Yeah, I mean, it's hilarious. He's going
I'm fine with taking that. We just got to add a couple more juicy guys to the list.
Yeah.
We got two short odds guys with Harper and Soler, which I'm fine with. We just got to find some juice pieces to diversify.
We can do that.
We can definitely do that.
You got it.
These are 3 news you brought, or do you have anything else, or no?
I mean, I got a couple I'm looking at. I do think the Rays game has a chance for quite a few dingers.
Okay.
So if we're looking for some juicier guys, I don't know if you had any that you were looking at there. But I think there's especially for the people who are taking the promo, I wouldn't be surprised for this one to have a couple. So I'm looking at Josh Lowe, who I think is up there, plus high 400s or 500 here on DK. going up against Barrios. His odds, I guess, look a touch low on a lot of the sites in comparison to the others, but he's been far and away. I mean, the Rays' most consistent hitter, not named Yandy Diaz in this lineup as of recent. And he's going against Barrios, who I think is going to get roughed up today. And when Barrios gets roughed up, it's a lot of hanging breaking balls, which Josh Lowe, he either looks like an absolute fool or he's sending them 500 feet. So there's really no in between. And I think he catches one from Barrios today. But again, I think there's, especially kind of towards the bottom of the odds here with a lot of the juicier guys, you have a pretty good shot to hit somebody here in this game.
Okay. I mean, plus 500 is good enough for me. My goodness. And if he looks like a fool, he looks like a fool. But if he's locked in and hits one, yeah, I mean, we're in biz. Yeah. And somebody mentioned a Rosarina. I mean, he hit one last night. He almost hit two. I think I'm good on him. He is locked in.
I wouldn't use that as a reason to be off Randy because when he's hot, he is unreal. That's one of the guys that you 100% want to buy in when he's hitting the ball really well, which it's only a game or two really that he's done that. So not saying it's 100% certainty that he's there yet, but wouldn't be scared off him because of that.
Yeah, maybe we should take both those guys in this one.
Maybe you could.
Trying to see Barrios' track record versus these dudes. Let's see. Looks like Randy is 4 for 8 with no nukes against him. He sees him very well. Yandy is 2 for 9. Margot 4 for 10. Harold 3 for 11. No nukes from this team against him. Not the biggest sample size here. A lot of guys haven't even seen him much. But Randy clearly sees him well in that limited sample size, 4 hits and 8 at-bats. My goodness.
Yeah, it's hitting the ball hard too. 21-degree launch angle too. That's probably the most ideal out of everybody on the team that I can see here.
Where do you think his odds should be? Do you think they're where they should be? Do you think they're a little higher than you thought?
Yeah, they're a little higher.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know if that has to do with I don't know if they're going to adjust it based on one game, but I guess he's been pushing towards a little higher on the odds recently after he's been a little cold. So, I mean, again, I don't know if they'd adjust that based off of what he did yesterday or his history on Barrios kind of in the immediate future here, but it's a little high. I'll say that.
Yeah. Randy's kind of high, but he's plus 700 or so when he hit one yesterday. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do you want to put both those guys in or you want to just take Lau?
I'd be down to take Randy too. No problem there.
Let's do it. What about Judge? You want to take Judge's under?
Good. You can make your own little no home run parlay.
Yeah, with just him, and it's not a parlay. It's just a straight bet 10 units.
I mean, yeah, it's only minus 380. Why not?
Yeah, that's it. Holy smokes. Yeah, might as well lay 4 units on that one. Sure. Yep. If you lay 4 units on that, Chad, it's pretty much like only putting 1 unit on a minus 110, you know? Except when it loses, you just lose 4 units instead.
There we go.
Unbelievable. Should we just put that on the graphic? Judge no home run, minus 380?
Yeah, we can do
that. Unbelievable, chat. Hey, when Judge is hot, he's hot, and it scares me a little bit because he's been on fire, but I will be fading his home runs throughout the season. I've just been a little scared recently because of how well he's been hitting. He's been hitting a lot of them. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. He's made up completely for that little IL stint, coming back and hitting about 7 home runs over the last week.
Yeah, just about.
Unbelievable, dude.
Just about.
All right, minus 380. Yeah, that should be a safe lay piece, guys. Just throw that in with all your straight bets today. Juice it up a little bit. That should be safe. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. All right. Flyer Faithful says, I like Harry Bonds for this game.
I don't mind Harry Bonds. I think this is going to be a game where, like, I still like both these guys to pitch well, obviously. I think it goes under, but I think the couple runs that we do get are probably going to be tanks. So, like, I have no problem with anybody taking stabs in this game.
Absolutely no one. Krabs, let's fade the one guy that's cheated. Yep. To be completely honest, he had the express. He didn't really cheat. He was just tipping pitches. Although it is weird that the pitcher came out immediately the next day and said that he was tipping pitches. I don't know why he would admit that. It's almost like it was forced. It's almost like the MLB made him come out and say that so people didn't dig into it a little bit more. Weird. I personally have never seen a pitcher come out the next day and say that he was tipping pitches and reveal that because he sounds like a fucking idiot. I've never seen it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Do we like Adley in this game? I mean, do we really want to be targeting that many home runs in this game with the total down to 7.5 and Garrett Cole pitching and Bradish pitching, who's probably going to put up a 50-piece because Javon has him in his head-to-head lineups this week? Probably not. Probably not. All right. Javon, let's find some other games. We like some runs. Also, do you think Soto's hitting a nuke today? I wanted to check his odds out. He's coming back to D.C. tonight, not for the first time, all right, but first time this season and first time since the Nats look like a real baseball team. So this will be kind of fun. Hopefully Abrams and Gore can get some revenge at their old squad. Mackenzie Gore pitching against his old team here in the Padres. Should be electric. I'll be at the park tonight if anybody's going. All right, I already got my Gore jersey on. Let's fucking go. I'm stoked for this game tonight, Javon. But do you think we're seeing any nukes in this one? Because I would love to sweat out one of them live. And I'm not saying it has to be Soto, but I've seen him do some majestic shit like that before. And I would not be shocked to see Soto take one of those Gore hanging curveballs that maybe doesn't get down in the zone enough into the third deck in right field like he's done plenty of times.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cool narrative, I guess. I just can't get myself to take it with how pitiful Soto's looked against any lefty this season. It's like I can't tell. I mean, the odds probably on the surface look a little short. Maybe that's a part of it, the whole narrative thing. I've seen it a couple times. People are very excited to bet it. It's fun. It's cool, whatever. But I don't want to go with it, to be honest with you. I mean, this is probably another – I don't like too many tanks in this game, to be real with you. And if you're going to go with anybody, I'd probably go square because there's not many guys that I really like in this game other than a Tatis maybe.
What about Abrams? Is he up there?
Abrams?
Yeah. What about Abrams?
That's the real revenge nuke that you need.
What about Abrams taking one out against his old team who gave up on him? What about Abrams at plus 800? He's got plenty of pop. He's facing a righty today. If he was facing a lefty, I'd say no chance. He cannot hit lefties. So what he does against lefties is he puts out this soft little swing and flails at it and pretty much just pops up all the time. Against righties, the guy swings like he's Hercules, and he'll either swing and miss and strike out a lot more, or he'll hit some nukes. Phil Zutley's saying he's been better versus lefties recently. That's got to be some positive regression because first month or two of the season, the guy can literally not hit a lefty to save his life. But, okay, that's good, Phil Zutley, if he's been heating up against lefties recently. But the guy has almost two different swings against lefties and righties, and I would not be surprised if he hits one in the second deck like he did last week in Nats Park against a righty with some velo and Darvish. What do you think?
I don't have any problem against that. A little live Abrams sweat, the real revenge nuke.
When's the last time he's hit one? I think it was the other day. Let's see. He hit one in the second deck about a week ago, I think. Yeah, against the Mets. Okay. He's got 4 this year. He hasn't hit one in a little over a week. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to sweating that. A little revenge nuke.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. All right. Anybody else in this game you like?
No, I really don't like anybody in that game. And everybody's asking why Brandon Dixon is plus 550. He's like that every time. Every single time. I don't understand it.
Okay. Let's try to find another game that we think there's going to be a ton of runs in, Javon. Maybe it's this. Well, we already picked Arenado in St. Louis.
Yeah.
Let's see. LA, Atlanta. Miller versus Strider. What's good with this Miller guy?
Bobby Miller. He's a very hyped up prospect that we're getting here.
So who on Atlanta can we take to hit a nuke off him in the first inning?
It's a great question. I mean, you want a guy who's going to be a dead red fastball hitter from the left side. He's going to be hitting a lot of velo. So, I mean, I can't really recommend anybody that I feel like really, really good about because it would probably be like an Eddie Rosario or maybe And Matt Olson is the favorite, but
I've got one for you.
Let's hear it.
What about Marcell Ozuna, who looks a little short here? Human scum, Marcell Ozuna, who's sitting plus 360. This guy's got 8 home runs on the season. He's only hit 1 in the last 2 weeks-ish, week and a half-ish. But he's been playing a lot better and hitting a lot better, seeing the ball a lot better. I mean, he's pulled up his average from 146 to 216 over his last 10 games, and he's gotten 7 hits in his last 4 games. He's on a crazy hit streak right now, Giovanni. He's seeing the ball great. Maybe that's why his odds are so short. But he hasn't been hitting nukes. What about tonight? Potentially hitting a nuke against the rookie.
That could be it. I don't have a problem with that.
He might be hungover, Krabs. Yeah, he's not great. He's not great. Mike Harris, somebody's saying, yeah, I don't know. I kind of like Ozuna's.
I can see that. I still stand on Eddie Rosario.
You want Rosario?
I don't necessarily want him, but that would be my pick in the game.
Plus 425. What's he been doing?
I mean, he's been a little up and down, say that, but when he's had really, really good matchups, he's been doing the job.
He hit one last night.
He did hit one last night, yeah.
Yeah.
Either locked in or pretty horrendous at the plate.
Okay.
That's why I'm not super keen on going to it, but I'll probably take his hits, runs, and RBI today. That's for sure.
Okay. Do you like that Ozuna square?
Yeah, don't mind that at all.
Okay. Awesome. We'll move chat. Maybe we'll take Rosario on Prize Picks. Okay. Any other games we think we're getting hella runs? Miami, Colorado?
Yeah, we
kind of already talked about that a little bit. For Boston, let's talk about Boston and the Angels. We haven't talked about this game yet. Any of these dudes looking at you funny? Cough, cough, Jarren Duran.
You like Jarren Duran today?
Mm-hmm. What do you think about him?
I mean, I'm top member of the Jarren Duran fan club, so I mean, I'm all ears.
Yeah. All ears. Well, how are you feeling about Jarren Duran recently?
It's been tough. I could say he's not I loved how he came out initially when they called him back up, or I don't know if it was calling back up or came back from injury. Approach at the plate was fantastic, but he's been pretty terrible at the plate as of late. And I guess it's only been a handful of games here, so he's going to snap out of it pretty soon, I think. So I mean, it's kind of hard to pinpoint him. What is he? Yeah, 0 for his last 13, something like that. So I mean, no problem seeing him bounce back here. I wonder if he has a Prize Pick square too. He does. It's an RBI.
Huh.
Would you look at that? Would you look at that?
Duran juicing for sure. That's no problem, real Nicky Gambles. That ain't no problem. Have you all gotten to the squad ride? No, Bill. We do that towards the end, my man. Last 10 minutes. Okay? You got plenty of time. All right? Damn, you like that Duran square?
I kind of do.
Yeah.
Kind of do. And it's the non-corp Duran.
Cool. Yeah, Ezekiel Duran's the corp one, right?
Yeah. Anything that guy tweets is corp, and automatically everybody has the same home run parlay. So I'm cool with taking the other one.
Okay. What were his odds on the home run again, Josh? Let's go take a look at that real quick. Plus 650. I freaking bet. And then you think Mike Trout is going yard today or what? Where is he usually sitting at?
If I was going to take a corp one in that game, it would definitely be Devers. 100%.
Devers?
Yeah.
Huh. Devers plus 340. What do you like about him today?
That would be my corp one because I really don't want to target anybody against Brian Bayo with the Angels because, A, I am a pretty big Brian Bayo fan, and he's been pretty tough on righties as of late, which if you're anybody not named Shohei Ohtani, that's a really tough matchup for a lot of those guys. Not that they can't hit against him, but I think Bayo pitches somewhat decently today, at least a little more than the higher total would indicate. So I'd rather target a lefty against Koenig, which I think is a much better matchup there. And Devers looks maybe a touch high, that he's at least on most sites at or above or at or lower home run odds than everybody in the game, mainly at Trout and Ohtani. So I don't mind taking a stab at him.
Yeah. Okay. I'm down. And the people might like this too, so they can stack a couple guys in the same game for Dinger Tuesday, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. All right. Chat, here's what we got right now. We've got Arenado, Harper, Soler, Josh Lau, Randy Arozarena. We got Judge, no home run, minus 380. That might be my favorite one up there on the boards. Abrams plus 800s. We've got Azuna plus 360. It's hard to say with a straight face sometimes, man.
Yeah.
Azuna plus 360, Duran plus 650, and Devers plus 340. Sure. Do we dare take a peep at this Oakland-Seattle game? Anybody on Seattle you think is going yah-yah?
I mean, it could be. I
Against
definitely like some runs in that game. Which
let's go look at Seattle real quick, and then we'll dive into the plays.
Yeah, I mean that's just a tough one for home runs. Like I just like runs in that game. If I was going to take anybody for home runs, it honestly would be somebody on the A's, which is the thing because I like even if Luis Medina goes out and gives up runs, which I do think he probably does today. I don't know if it's going to be through the air, and I think it's going to be Marco Gonzalez giving up tanks, if anything. So like I wouldn't mind a little Brent Rooker, who's been pretty ice cold as of late, but he's had some very tough matchups. So I think this is a really good one for him. One of those righties, whether it's Rooker, whether it's Laureano, maybe you get a Jesus Aguilar sighting today, but those are the guys I'll probably look to target there. I don't really care for any Mariners here.
Dude, that Laureano plus 425 is looking to me funny.
Yeah.
He's only got 5 nukes this year. Okay. He's got some pop. We know that. Yeah, that Laureano square is looking to be funny. Is anybody up on prize picks for these teams?
I know. I think Rooker and Laureano were. I can check, or Josh can check real quick.
Rooker's up, hit run RBI. Laureano is up for hit run RBI.
Yeah. Laureano and Brent Rooker.
Is that weird that those guys are up for only those, or is that normal? I mean, yesterday there was only guys really up for TBs.
Yeah, I mean it's a little different because it's Castillo versus Marco Gonzalez, but Rooker is usually up for this. I don't think Laureano's been up for this very often at all. He's usually up for a total base, if anything. I don't think since he's been back I've seen that prop more than maybe once. So I mean that's probably the weird one there.
Yeah, I'm down to back Laureano. That's crazy. Plus 425. I'm in.
Let's do it.
I'm in. All right, let's go through our favorite games today on the MLB slate, Javon.
Why not?
Sound like a plan? Let's
Yep.
do it. Let's do it. Let's get started. We're not going to go through the whole slate. We'll just pick and choose games that we like. I'll get it started off. I want to talk about this over in San Francisco and Minnesota after yesterday, Javon. I know we already talked about this briefly before BTL, but I still can't get over it, man. Total with Cobb and Gray pitching, 2 sub-1 ERA guys, 2 crummy offenses recently. Yesterday's game soared under with worse pitchers. Tonight, both aces are on the bump for these guys, and the total's up from 7 to 8. I know there's wind. Chat, let me know if there's any meteorologist in here, but I want to take that over, even if there is some wind.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk you off of it. Certainly not taking that under. It's just, it's kind of, I guess, flip-flopping, which is something I'm doing with another total, which is why I'll let you have it.
Why don't you talk about that total you love that's up on the screen?
Yeah, I do really like this. I like this a lot, actually. There's already multiple units on this. Depending on any movement we see a little later, there might be more. I like the Astros Brewers under 9.5, which, like I said, I'm flip-flopping. We obviously have a significantly more inferior pitching matchup today with JP France and Colin Rea as opposed to the Christian Javier Corbin Burns that we saw yesterday with a 7.5 total, which I'm mad at myself that I kind of said that that was the low total that I wanted to call bluff on, and I instead went with the Brewers, which was up there with Arenado for rat shit wager of the year. But they pounded them. The Astros absolutely destroyed them. We saw that total almost get doubled, or maybe it did actually. So this is another situation where you have a higher total, which the juice is starting to move down perfectly fine. And I think JP France is in a decent performance. We're going to have a decent performance today. I like targeting him to be a little shaky against teams that are a little more patient at the plate. Not going to be as aggressive, which outside of you look at Yelich and Rowdy Tellez, very patient hitters. But other than that, these are guys that all rank low in the amount of pitches per plate appearance. So I think he's going to be able to be pretty efficient when he gets through a majority of that lineup. And on the other side, Colin Rea, I think he does enough against the Astros bats today. I don't think he's going to be fantastic against, guys like Jordan. But again, this is a lower total yesterday without Altuve in the lineup, higher total now against this lineup. So I'm kind of taking the inverse there. And I think he does all right, especially against some of those righties, which he's really struggled against. But if you look at some of his numbers, he's been getting very unlucky as well. So I think that all comes to a head and we get an under here.
Okay. Chat. Javon Mini Megs do not come around often. Okay. So if he's placing more than a unit on something, you might want to pay attention and you might want to tail responsibly. Okay, chat.
We'll see how
Javon, you've got 2 units on this right now.
I do. And I'll keep everybody updated, see what we do here.
Okay.
Lineups drop. We'll make sure.
100%. 100%. Yeah, Phillies was a ratchet wager. Yes, sir, it was. Yes, sir, it was. All right, let's keep moving. Let's keep grooving. Any other games you love today?
I like the Cubs today.
Ooh.
Going up against the Mets and Senga. I've been trying to be very careful in the last week or so of when I want to fade the Mets because they really have gotten it back going now and they look really good. The offense has started to wake up. They had an electric win, a couple electric wins against the Rays. You had the walk-off with Lindor against his former team, the Guardians. So they've looked really good. Even their pitching staff has looked much improved. When you talk about some of the other guys or the older guys coming back, like Scherzer and Verlander, look a little settled in. I know they faced the Guardians, but still looked fine. I think Senga, another kind of situation where a team's patience, kind of how I like to fade. JP France, I guess, was the one who I faded with the Cubs, and he gave up, I think, 6. Cubs are a very patient team. And when it comes to Kodai Senga, he's a guy who gets himself into a lot of deep counts. He's probably going to get his strikeouts. That's a super corporate play today, whatever. But I think they're going to drive him to a lot of deep counts. It's going to force a lot of mistake pitches, which he's been very prone to giving lately, and the Cubs are going to strike probably early and often. So I know the total is a little low here because I believe there's Wrigley wind coming in, which I don't really care for because I think the Cubs are just going to stack base hits off of them, not relying on nukes anyway. But I like them in this matchup a lot, so I'm taking the Cubs.
The Cubbies. Okay, the juice hasn't moved much, but it has moved about 5 cents towards the Cubbies here from the opener, so I like that. Awesome. Cubs ML with Smiley on the bump. Let's go.
Yeah.
Lefty against the Mets. I like it. Keep fading. Keep fading. What else, Javon? Royals took our hearts last night, so that we didn't take them.
Yeah, I don't think they have a pitcher announced yet, so I haven't even looked at that game much. I am taking the Rays.
You're taking the Rays?
Taking the Rays.
Okay, let's talk about the Rays.
Yeah, I think they touch up Berrios. Berrios has been – it's been documented, his road struggles, even this season when he's looked particularly, a little better just overall. He still looked pretty terrible on the road. It's a Rays lineup who they looked pretty bad against him, albeit it was a little bit different of a lineup when he faced him in Toronto when they were kind of on the end of their damn near undefeated streak. I think it was their first loss when they faced Berrios in Toronto. But a lot of these guys, like a Josh Lowe, who looked pretty terrible in that game, have started to get going a little bit. Second time seeing him coming around, and when he's on the road, I think he gets absolutely rocked here. And I'm fine with trusting Tosh Bradley, who matches up pretty well against a lot of this lineup. And they've been working on a couple things that have been painting him down in the minors. So I think he's going to be a little more fine-tuned, I guess, coming back around the second time. And Jose Berrios kind of the opposite here. And I think that's the reason we're getting the Rays minus 125 at home here, which I think is maybe a touch longer than I was expecting. I was expecting a little little closer to a pick 'em, maybe minus 115-ish.
Okay. Rolling with Bradley, who's undefeated.
Yeah, I'm really rolling. I'm rolling with the Rays bats. Can say that.
Okay. They look really good. Yeah. My goodness. They look good, and they're facing Turkey Tosser Barrios tonight, chat. How about it?
Yeah.
How about it? Total's up a little bit. Was up to 9 at one point, I'm pretty sure.
It was.
Maybe now it's back to 8.5, but okay, we're getting runs in the trop. Hopefully coming from your Rays. Is this your second favorite play today behind that under?
Yeah, I would say them and the Cubs are 2A, 2B.
Okay. Dubs, love it. Somebody in chat said boots on ground for Soto's return to Nats Park. Talk it up. Sure, I'll give it a little spiel. Okay. Nats are down 20 cents with Mackenzie Gore on the bump. Mackenzie Gore has not looked as sharp recently, I will say. But who knows what we're getting out of Darvish tonight. I mean, let's be honest. So that he is a righty, which is a plus for them. Do I think they win? Maybe. I don't think I'm going to be betting the Nats today, but I do lean the Nats on the ML as that line continues to trickle down. But honestly, I like the under. I think both guys pitch well. I think the Nats offense will struggle against you. And I think Gore's going to pitch very well against the Padres offense that absolutely stinks. They do. And we should keep fading them until they start picking it up, guys. The Athletics have more runs than the Padres up until last week. They might still. Insane. This Padres offense is atrocious. And just because Soto's coming into town doesn't change anything. I love how you laughed at that narrative earlier that I brought up. Loved it. I enjoyed it. I did. All right. Because everyone's back in Soto today and the Padres coming home. They don't understand that this one's a little personal for the gritty Nats.
Just a little bit.
All right. A little personal. Okay. And yes, Soto's going to be trying to go yard in Nats Park for sure. But the Nats got a couple guys pitching today and playing today who probably don't like the Padres very much and might have rather been there. And they didn't want him. Okay. If the Padres wanted Mackenzie Gore, they would have kept him. If the Padres wanted CJ Abrams, they would have kept him. But Mackenzie Gore's got walk issues, and CJ Abrams can't defend. And he's a little sketch, and he's all over the place, for sure. But look how these guys have been playing this year. Out of their minds for how young they are. I have been so impressed, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them absolutely go into competitor mode here. And maybe Abrams goes yah-yah for our Dinger Tuesday bet. And maybe Mackenzie Gore, has some anger in those pitches today against his old team. All right, that line's coming down. I want to take the under, though. In this game, under 8.
And the under 8.
I have a rack on the Nats, Murphy. Okay.
And there's 6 in the first. Yeah.
Well, I guess now I have to bet the sweat out in person. I get to take the Murphy.
Yeah. Maybe you just wait to lock in the live under, since there's going to be a run in the first now.
Good points. Very strategic, Javon. Very strategic.
Sometimes
very strategic. What do you think about the Nats game today?
Yeah, strange. So, I mean, the thing that I usually harp on when you have teams with very bad splits like the Nationals have against right-handed pitching when a line is moving towards them, it's always something that makes me raise a little bit of an eyebrow. So coming down, if this continues to move, I will certainly be giving the Nats a look, and I don't mind taking that under as well. So I do think really across the league, which is very convenient on a Dinger Tuesday. There's not very many spots that I feel super confident run-wise, and this is probably one of them where it's going to kind of be a little slower of a game, I think, to start, especially with how bad these teams are. I guess the Padres have started to become a little better. They're around league average WRC plus-wise against left-handed pitching, but overall not great, especially some of the guys at the top of those lineup. So not expect too many runs. Don't like your or don't hate your under pitch.
Okay, good. Going back to that Houston and Milwaukee under, Javon, does the line move in 20 cents towards Houston make you feel any differently or make you feel anything? Or what do you expect seeing that, according to the under there?
So I'm kind of leaning into JP France pitching well, probably a little more than Colin Rea pitching well, which it's not necessarily because I think he has that much better of a matchup, but it's because Colin Rea definitely struggles with some isolated power. So I can 100% see, unfortunately, like a Yordan tank or two, a Kyle Tucker tank. So I think I'm just praying that the runs are coming in very short fashion, but I do think the runs that Rea gives up are probably going to be tanks. It's like JP France is If it's moving towards the Astros, I probably feel a little better because I think I need him to pitch well.
Am I seeing in chat that the NBA drafts tonight? Is that true?
No, it's not tonight, is it?
No. Wembanyama to be the first pick VIP player of the day.
It's in like a
Maybe
month.
not today.
Yeah, I think it's in June or July.
Yeah, I was confused. I was like, what? I wanted to do some freaking picks for that.
Nah, I'm just talking it's like minus 200,000 or some crazy shit.
Well, yeah, I mean, if he doesn't go first, I'll freaking eat my show. If he doesn't go first and if LeBron retires this year, guys, we're going to run a 24-hour stream. And I'm not going to have to do that because it's not going to happen. That's why I'm saying I'll do it. Okay? June 22nd, W's. Thank you, Chad.
Is this actually true? Because I want to fade this.
Oh, can we look? Go take a peep, Joshy. Go to the front page. Go to the front page, my man. Let's say. Unbelievable. Or maybe just go to golf. Man.
Dude, it is.
Go to the top. Go to the top.
It is.
Oh, my gosh.
I bet. Yeah, I'm fading that.
Oh, no. Michael Block.
Dude's not sniffing that cut.
He's about to be on the chopping block. He's about to get cuts.
That's unreal.
Michael Block to make the cut boost. Okay, so my eyes are terrible. What does it say on there? Plus 200?
Yeah.
Okay, what are his odds normally? Can we look? What is his odds to make the cuts? There should be a make the cut list here. Maybe he's on there. Towards the bottom, I'm assuming.
He's the last one. To miss the cut, minus 250. To make it, what is that, plus 160?
Yeah, he ain't making the cut.
Yeah, he ain't sniffing.
Holy smokes. We might have a Phillies 2.0 bet on this. Miss the cut, Michael Block, parlay it with Aaron Judge to not hit a home run today. Holy smokes, John.
That's insane.
That's a crazy entry, but that sure as hell might hit.
Just might hit.
Michael Block to miss the cut, Aaron Judge to not hit a nuke tonight. What does that pay? What does that end up paying out?
I mean, it pays out nothing when Judge nukes one on the first.
Can we clear the home runs and can we or leave Judge in there? I guess clear all of them, go there, and then go to Judge. And I want to see if it even lets you parlay it because I will be. I'm going to do it.
It's a sicko entry.
I'm going to do it, chat. I need to see it at least minus 150.
Who ruins the no home run lay, Trent? You know I'm taking Arenado again.
What is that, minus 132? Yeah, that'll play and that'll pay, chat. That'll play and that'll pay.
Grab, please don't.
All right. I'm taking it. I don't care.
Please don't take that.
Michael Block to miss the cut. Aaron Judge to not go yard tonight. That seems like a free wager.
You're going to make me take a greened out Aaron Judge fantasy score tonight.
No.
You're going to make me do it.
Oh, my gosh, dudes. Yeah, you know what happens when I shit talk Judge?
Yeah, it's
there we go. See ya. 500 yards. Unbelievable. 500 yards. What am I talking about? I'm in golf now. All right, let's get back to work. Judge go in the yard first pitch. Yeah, I bet.
That's the squad.
That could be the squad ride, chat.
Squad ride parlay. Michael Block to miss the cut and Judge to not nuke.
That could be, chats. Hey, I don't mind putting that in there. That is so fucking nasty. Speaking of squad ride, chat, what do we want to put in today? Let me know. Yeah. 85, 55, and 2, chat. 30 games over 500. That is no fluke. Okay? That is us knowing our shit, and that is you guys clicking the right buttons. Plain and simple. All right, chat? Let's do the same thing today. Let's run it back. Why not us? All right? Great start yesterday. Hit the squad ride on the Toronto-Tampa over. Let's hit another one today. All right? Let's keep the squad train running. All right? Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it grooving. All right, chat?
I'm sneakily so upset that we didn't get the Pirates yesterday, even though it won. I wanted that to be the squad ride so badly.
I know. Chat hated that pick.
I mean,
my goodness.
Pick, but there's some they've come through, even the gross ones. Like, I mean, I wanted it to be like the baseball version of the Blackhawks squad ride. Get everybody pissed off.
Yeah. All right. Well, either way, they won.
They did.
Okay. You want to put the Cubs in there?
Yeah, certainly down for
Cubs
that.
ML, you want to put that Houston-Milwaukee under in there? Definitely.
Of course.
Okay. That's probably going to get my vote. San Fran, Minnesota over, or do you want to keep that out?
No, I'm fine with that.
Okay. What about the Dallas Stars for Breedlove?
Oh, shit. I don't know. I like the Stars, but I don't know if I'm that confident in them.
Oh, okay. What about that Nats under?
Could be fine with that.
Okay. What am I missing?
Chat, what are we missing?
Raise over again? Or just no, raise ML?
I mean, I'm on Raise ML, yeah.
Yeah, I like the raise ML.
Orioles ML, Bradish Masterclass.
Ooh, plus Jake Bradish against Garrett Cole?
Yeah, I'll be taking that.
You're going to have coins on that?
Yeah, I'm going to have coins on the ML.
Ooh. Chat, do you want to put the O's in here? Or Celtics? Dude, I don't want to put the Celtics in there, man. Javon's not even going to let me.
I mean, you can put it in. If it gets the votes, it gets the votes. But I know it's not getting the votes. If it does, that'll be the first time I openly fade the squad ride.
All right, we'll go O's. Okay. Chat, Cubs ML, Houston, Milwaukee under, San Fran, Minnesota over, Tampa Bay Rays ML, and Baltimore Orioles ML. Those are the 5 plays. All right. The poll should be up in the Twitch chat. All right. Clam Mucker coming in with a sub bang 19 minutes ago. Let's go, my man. I appreciate it. All right. Chat, the poll is up. Hurry up. Go vote. Hurry up. Go vote. There's no time. We're running out. Hurry up. Go. Javon, while the squad votes for the squad ride, what is your favorite Prize Pick square today?
Ooh, it's a great question. I mean, I'm going to have to be on De La Bonds total basis, to be honest with you. It's definitely up there. One that I'm waiting on as far as lineups, I want to look at, I guess this kind of goes with your over. I want to take Edouard Julien if he's playing in the game today against Alex Cobb. He has a hits, runs, and RBI square up. Really like that if he plays. Probably going to be spraying a couple of the slept-on Marlins again, whether it's, I guess Garrett Cooper's at 2.5, so not very slept on, but Garrett Cooper. Maybe I give Jacob Stallings a look again. Definitely ones that I'm looking into. Might be a little Brandon Drury, little day. He has a hits, runs, and RBI up, which I don't love taking guys against Bayo, but it's one that caught my eye a little bit. We're looking for Dinger Tuesday. His odds were a little low, so I haven't looked too much into the matchup there, but I will be giving that one a look, certainly. So I think those are all the ones that I pretty deeply looked at. I wouldn't hate.
Wow, Cruz's total bases are gone. Smell ya.
No way.
Smell ya.
Yeah, it's just pretty.
Jack, get your votes in. Hurry up. Go.
There.
1 minute left. All right, get your picks in. I voted for that under in Houston, Milwaukee, because not very often do I get a call from Javon saying I got a nuke. All right. It's like Christmas for me over here today, chat. You can't tell probably. I'm keeping my composure, but I'm ecstatic on the inside. I'm nuking that play.
I'm sure you're happy it's an under.
Yeah, I'm happy it's an under. You know I'm an unders guy.
Yeah, you hate fun.
Okay. I know. I do hate fun. I do. But I like winning.
Yeah.
I like winning bets. And like LeBron said, I'm not happy to play in conference finals. I'm not happy with participation trophies. We're winning this thing.
There we go.
We're winning it.
All
right. Chat, who else out there is giving away picks for free that are 85, 55, and 2? And who else is letting you guys pick them? Nobody else is even doing anything close to that, chat. It's insane. What we built up here. I mean, we've got 500 of the sharpest people probably in the U.S. or in the world crafting up winners, sweating out bets, and nuking squad rides. I mean, guys, they're 30 games over 500. If you're not tailing these every single day, we can't help you. All right? A unit a day on the squad ride keeps the bookie away. A unit a day keeps the bookie away. It's that simple, chat. Somebody write that down. Put that on a shirt. Put that on a shirt, chat. We've got Rays ML today on the squad ride. All right, I like it. Looks like that over only got 5 votes, Javon. You know what to do there. Looks like there's going to be 20 runs in Minnesota tonight.
Yeah, of course, on all 5 of these plays tonight. 100%.
Okay. All right, chats. Just because the squad ride was picked does not mean those other ones are not winners. Okay, chat. We've got a squad ride, Tampa Bay ML, but plenty of other plays on today's slate. We've got Dinger Tuesday's picks. All right. Plenty of action for Tuesday nights. And we'll catch you guys on here tomorrow. Same time, same place. We'll be seeing.
We will.
We'll be seeing. All right, boys.